Hey, did you know that Aries, the first fire sign of the Zodiac, hides a jaw-dropping arsenal of 25 unique talents that can set any room ablaze with their energy? I'm not just talking about their well-known boldness. I'm talking secret superpowers that'll make you see this sign in a whole new light. Stick with me, because we're diving deep into the heart of Aries, and trust me, you won't believe what's burning beneath that fiery surface. Now, let's peel back the curtain a bit. Ever wonder why Aries always seems to steal the spotlight, even when they're not trying? It's not just luck. It's a cocktail of raw confidence and untamed spirit that most of us can only dream of. I've seen it firsthand with a dear friend who embodies this sign. She walked into a dull networking event once, and within minutes, heads turned. Not because she was loud, but because her sheer presence screamed, "I've got this." That's Aries' self-confidence, talent number 1 on our list. They believe the world spins around them. And honestly, sometimes it feels like it does. This isn't arrogance, though. It's a deep-rooted certainty that lets them make split-second decisions, while others are still overthinking. But here's the flip side. Sometimes folks misread this as cockiness, and I've watched my friend unintentionally ruffle feathers just by being her unapologetic self. Still, those who get it, who really see her, know it's pure determination driving her forward. So what else is hiding in Aries' fiery toolkit? Let's dig deeper into the traits that make them unstoppable. First, let's lay the groundwork on what makes Aries. As a fire sign ruled by Mars, the planet of war and action, Aries is all about energy, courage, and charging headfirst into life. Their adventurous spirit, talent number 2, is like a compass, always pointing toward the unknown. I've noticed this in so many Aries folks. They might have a steady job or routine, but they're itching for the next thrill. Think of them as the friend who suddenly suggests a weekend road trip to a place you've never heard of, just because, why not? They blend stability with spontaneity, weaving creativity into their work and personal lives to keep monotony at bay. Then there's their direct communication, talent number 3. Aries doesn't mess around with small talk or sugarcoating. I remember a colleague who'd cut through endless meeting chatter with a blunt, "Let's get to the point." It's refreshing, even if it stings sometimes. Their honesty, talents 4 and 5, doubles down on this. They value truth over comfort, preferring a harsh reality to a pretty lie. If you've ever been called out by an Aries, you know it's not personal. It's just their way of building trust. And don't even get me started on their persistence. Talent number 6. When they set a goal, obstacles are just speed bumps. I once watched an Aries acquaintance train for a marathon despite a sprained ankle, purely because giving up wasn't in her vocabulary. This tenacity, especially in Aries women, talent 7, shines through as pure, unfiltered strength. They're the ones who fight for their dreams and drag everyone else along for the ride. But leadership isn't just about grit. It's their brave, motivating spirit, talent 8, that turns them into beacons. They don't just face their own fears, they inspire you to face yours. Add to that their loyalty in commitment, talents 9 and 10. And you've got a sign that once they're in, they're all in. Whether it's love or friendship, they're fiercely faithful, building bonds on honesty. I've seen this in action with an Aries couple who weathered a long-distance relationship with daily calls and unwavering trust. Proof that their dedication isn't just talk. And let's not forget their connection to nature. Talent 11. Aries thrives outdoors, recharging in the wild. Picture them hiking through misty woods, their energy syncing with the rustle of leaves. That's their happy place. These core traits paint a picture of a sign that's dynamic, intense, and always pushing forward. But beneath this boldness, there's a depth to Aries that often gets overlooked. A side that craves balance and connection. So how does this fiery exterior mesh with their hidden softness? Let's explore that next. Here's where it gets juicy. Did you know Aries fire burns just as hot in matters of the heart as it does in battle? That's right. Their passion isn't just for adventure. It's for love, intimacy, and emotional depth in ways that'll surprise you. Take their intense expression of love. Talent 12. When an Aries falls, they fall hard, pouring every ounce of themselves into gestures that scream devotion. I've seen this with a young Aries man who'd surprise his partner with impromptu picnics, not just for show, but because every kiss, every touch carried his whole heart. Then there's their passion and intimacy. Talent 13. They're not just present, they're all-consuming, making sure every moment feels electric. They're playful yet bold, always tuning into what sparks joy for both. And their duality in love, Talent 14, is a wild card. When single, they chase thrilling, spontaneous flings, savoring the rush of the unknown. But in a relationship, they crave deep, soulful bonds built on trust. I recall an Aries friend who juggled casual dates with charm. Yet when she met the one, she dove into building something lasting, balancing adventure with stability. This love for adventure in romance, Talent 15, means they seek partners who match their zest. If you're not up for a surprise midnight drive, you might not keep up. And let's talk about their romantic wisdom. Talent 16. Despite their impulsive hearts, they've got a knack for spotting red flags and giving spot-on love advice. I've turned to an Aries confidant more than once for relationship clarity, and her insights always cut straight to the truth. It's this blend of passion and perception that makes their softer side so magnetic. But how does this emotional fire hold up under pressure? Let's turn up the heat and see what really defines Aries at their core. Now we're at the heart of it. The raw, unbreakable strength that makes Aries a force of nature. Their pursuit of excellence. Talent 17 isn't just ambition. It's a refusal to settle for average. I've watched an Aries artist pour endless nights into perfecting a single piece, not for praise, but because mediocrity isn't an option. Competition fuels them, though it can weigh heavy when they fear falling short. Yet their resilience, Talent 18, kicks in every time. Betrayal, heartbreak, they feel it deep, but you'd never know. They hide the pain, processing it alone to protect their independence. I remember an Aries friend who, after a brutal fallout with a close confidant, kept her chin up in public, only letting her guard down in private moments of reflection. That strength ties into their unrelenting persistence. Talent 19, where giving up just isn't in their DNA. Whether it's a career setback, or personal loss, they push through, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Their total commitment, talent 20, shines brightest in relationships. Once they choose you, they're a rock, transparent and loyal to the core. I've seen this in an Aries partner who stood by their spouse through a financial crisis, not just with words, but with tireless action, rebuilding together. And let's not overlook their creative hunger, talents 21 and 22. Aries thrives among innovative minds, drawing inspiration from those who think outside the box. I've noticed how they light up brainstorming with quirky, bold ideas, often sparking projects others wouldn't dare touch. Their need for stability and love, talent 23, balances this chaos. They want a partner who's steady in crisis, someone who solves problems without drama. I recall an Aries woman who ended a toxic relationship, not because the passion faded, but because her partner couldn't match her practical strength in tough times. And underpinning it all is their brave, motivating spirit, talent 24. They're the cheerleader you didn't know you needed, pushing you past your limits. I've been on the receiving end of this, dragged out of my comfort zone by an Aries' infectious courage during a daunting career pivot. Their inner brilliance, especially in Aries women, talent 25, wraps it up. Their charisma and tenacity make them role models, not just achieving their goals, but empowering everyone around them. Picture a woman who, from a young age, fought tooth and nail for her dreams, lifting her circle with every win. That's the Aries essence. This cocktail of grit, loyalty, and inspiration isn't just impressive, it's transformative. But before we wrap this up, let's take a lighter turn and chuckle at the quirks that make Aries so darn lovable. All right, let's ease up and have a little fun with the Aries charm, because let's be real, their quirks are half the reason we can't get enough of them. Take their impulsivity, for starters. Ever had an Aries in your life who just couldn't wait to share the genius idea, even if it's 4 a.m.? I've got stories for days about late-night texts from a certain someone, buzzing with excitement over a random plan that just had to be discussed right then and there. It's like social norms about appropriate hours don't even exist in their world. You might roll your eyes at first, but deep down, you've gotta admire that unbridled passion. They live in the moment, and they drag you into it too. Then there's their fierce need for personal space, especially with Aries women. Cross their boundaries without an invite, and you'll get a reaction sharper than a winter wind. I've witnessed this at a casual gathering where a well-meaning but clueless acquaintance got too touchy. And let's just say the look she gave could have frozen lava. It's not rudeness, it's a deep respect for their autonomy. And once you get that, you can't help but respect it too. And let's not forget their playful side in love and light. Their spontaneity spills into romance, turning even a mundane Tuesday into an adventure. I've laughed over memories of an Aries friend turning a simple coffee date into an impromptu scavenger hunt around town, just to keep things lively. But beneath all these quirks lies their sincerity, the kind that cuts through pretense like a hot knife through butter. They don't do half measures in friendship or love. what you see is what you get. And there's something so comforting about that raw honesty. I've leaned on that truthfulness during my own rough patches, knowing their blunt words came from a place of genuine care. It's these little oddities, impulsive calls, boundary-setting glares, and heartfelt candor that make Aries not just memorable, but downright irreplaceable. They're a whirlwind of chaos and charm. And honestly, wouldn't we be bored without them? So, there you have it, the fiery, multifaceted world of Aries and their 25 hidden talents. From unbreakable strength to quirky charm, all wrapped up in a blaze of passion. This sign isn't just a leader or a lover. They're a catalyst, sparking change and inspiration wherever they go. If you're as captivated by their energy as I am, hit that like button and subscribe for more Zodiac deep dives. Your support keeps me fired up to share these stories. And hey, I've got to warn you, videos like this might not stick around forever with platform shifts. So don't miss out. Now, tell me, which of these Aries traits blew your mind the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to hear your hot takes.